Hello friends, welcome back to Fitness for Gamers and Streamers. I'm Chris here, and today we're going to talk about a topic that's quite important, I believe, which is the issue of negative self-talk. So you see there's a lot in fitness, people, for various reasons, but people like to be very hard on themselves when it comes to fitness. And I'm not saying don't have high standards and don't try to achieve great things, but I think negative self-talk is really damaging, not just for your progress in fitness, but for your mental health in general. So I'm going to talk about that a bit today. This often comes to people who are the most outwardly enthusiastic about fitness, who are always hyping themselves up, who are always telling everyone they're going to go to the gym, they're eating well, they're making good progress on their diet, things like that. Doesn't mean they're also not doing a lot of damage to themselves with negative self-talk. So I said have high goals, that's great, make sure they're realistic expectations, like we talked about before. But when you don't reach these expectations, when you fall short of these goals you set yourself, yes, you can be frustrated, this can be annoying, but it's important to realise that you're always trying to improve. It's always a process, trying to get better, and do not have negative self-talk. So you can have give yourself a stern talking to. You can say that wasn't right. Let's try and work on that to improve. But always take it from a growth perspective rather than a failure perspective. From this, I mean learn what you can do better, aim to ways that you could have avoided this in future, and acknowledge that it's gone wrong and that's happened and that's okay. Because it's fitness, it's not the end of the world. You always got a chance to improve for the rest of your life, to get fitter, to get stronger, faster, leaner, pick something. It's always a process, and you should always be learning and doing better. So if you're not making mistakes, things aren't going wrong, you're not trying as hard as you could be, okay? So keep aiming big, keep trying to achieve these things, but when things do go wrong, it's not the end of the world, and don't tell yourself you're terrible, that you don't care about things, that this fitness isn't for you. Because it's so easy to get demoralised and go from that positive spiral to a negative spiral. To think, I've done well so far, maybe I've just been blundering it so far. Maybe it isn't really for me, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm not good enough. And life's hard enough as it is, guys. There's so many things dragging you down in modern life, so many ways to make yourself feel bad, comparing yourself to others. Just general life can be difficult, it's very challenging. So give yourself the best chance, so it's actually going to improve your fitness and your whole attitude, is give yourself kindness, get rid of this negative self-talk. Things go wrong, that's fine, acknowledge it, learn from it, understand why it happened, and try to do better in the future. Constantly beating yourself down all the time is not going to help you reach your goals. All it's going to do is create doubt in your mind, reduce your confidence, and fitness, confidence, and consistency are the main things that you need. If you can be consistent and believe in what you're doing, that's the most important thing. Also, don't let things go wrong lead to doubt in your program. If your program, you stick with it, it's the most important thing, being consistent with that. So don't let one mistake or one thing going wrong, not reaching a goal, messing up one weigh-in, messing up one meal lead to a negative spiral. Let's get back onto that positive momentum. Focus on what you can learn from it. And I'm saying like a broken record, I'm saying the same thing, but it's really important to understand that when you're in fitness and any journey you want to improve at, you need to learn what goes wrong and then implement changes going forward, okay? If you don't make mistakes, you're not trying hard enough. But let's get rid of this negative self-talk. It's so common in fitness. People will drag each other down, so they don't care about things. You don't really care about fitness if you do this wrong. If you don't do that, you've made a mistake. You don't care. I don't believe that's true. I think everyone cares about their fitness, but I do think you should care to a given amount and then stop caring beyond that, okay? Unless you're competing at a world level in a sport, unless you have a very, very specific medical condition which you need to have exact things for your well-being, we can all do better by treating ourselves more kindly in the self-talk, okay? Mental health is absolutely important, and fitness should give you improved mental health, okay? It should reduce your stress. I'll talk about this more in an upcoming video. But fitness should not become a source of stress in your routine, okay? Having fitness sorted will relieve stress. Again, I'm going to talk about this more in future. But if you are stressing about your fitness routine, things going wrong, your diet all the time, that's not the plan. If you do find yourself that, the simplest way to do is to just simplify. Simplify or offload it onto someone else, a coach, to deal with it for you. If you're going by yourself, it's harder, so you need to be strong with this. And things, like I said again, things will go wrong. But treat yourself with kindness, get rid of this negative self-talk. Treat you like yourself, like you would a friend. If a friend made a mistake on a program, would you beat them up? Would you make them feel terrible? Not physical, perhaps physical. But treat them with kindness, understand that they're trying to learn, it's a process. And we're all on the same journey to get better all the time. I make mistakes. If I let myself worry and fester on those and wander on those ones for too long, it leads to negative momentum, okay? It stops inertia. If you're on a good fitness kick, everything you can to preserve that momentum, make it easy, because momentum makes everything easier in all aspects of life. So that's all for today. I'm sorry I seem to have said the same thing again and again, but I think this is a really important topic. Let's get rid of that negative self-talk, treat yourself with kindness, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.